In like 8.5 minutes, we built your whole brand. That's the whole branding side. That's the whole, but it's not just business, it's you. There he is, there's the man.
Hey, Evan, how you doing?
Good, man, how are you?
Taking action, man. Taking action. I want to just say thank you once again for that event. It was an amazing event. I've been riding high ever since, man. Just taking action, doing that 2%, and just making things happen, man. I really, really appreciate it.
I love it, dude, I love it.
So I do have
How
a
can I
few
help? What do
questions
you
for
got?
you. The first question I want to know is, how much of what you do is business focused versus creative focused? And I ask because what I'm trying to learn right now is the creative side I do have, but I need to learn more of the business side of what we do. Percent wise, how much of what you do is business focused versus being creative and the passionate stuff that you love to do focused?
So what are you creating that's not business focused?
I would like to monetize sooner or later. I'm doing the videos. That's not my focus right now. I just want to keep creating content, but I'm doing the videos, I'm doing speaking engagements, but I know that pretty soon I would like to be more valuable and start charging for the things that people are asking me. But my passion is more or less being creative and things like that. I didn't really think about the charging aspect of things. So I'm having a hard time on the business side of things.
So what you need to do is get so good at the creating that then people want to hire you for stuff. The way to get paid speaking gigs is to do more speaking gigs.
Yep.
And then somebody who's in the audience says, holy cow, this Tony guy, he spoke fire. He wants, I should go up and ask him, hey, can you come speak for my company?
Yeah, okay. Definitely.
Like I get asked after our gigs, right? After a bunch of my events, I then get asked, hey, Evan, can you come speak at my company?
Yeah.
And most of the time it's a no, just because our timelines are so crunched.
Mm-hmm.
But we're in Tulsa. And the guy says, hey, I have my own company. I'd like to have you come and speak to my team of 75 people. Can you make it to OKC tomorrow? And I said, okay, you know what? We actually have a day open, so we haven't been to OKC, so let's go.
Nice.
And it was on the way to our next stop. So, and that's a paid gig. Like, it's a private thing, going to his office, 75 people for an hour or whatever. But it's because he was in my audience for the first one.
Right.
And so you need to get so good that the people in the audience are like, holy, I want more Tony. Like, how do I make that happen? Do you do coaching? Like, can I hire you one-on-one? Do you have a book? Do you have merch? It'll come because you're giving them such incredible value.
Okay. Cool. Second question is, what inspired you to come up with the plane, the colors, the brand? Did you learn by default or did you learn by design? And by default, I mean trial and error.
I always liked the plane. Like the plane was the first logo. And I actually had a period of time where a designer, a friend of mine, said, you should switch the plane and do your signature. And so I had maybe a week and a half period where my logo was my signature. I just didn't like it. I like the plane. And listen, like, it has to speak to you. Your brand has to, what is a brand? The brand is emotion. When you try on a Nike jersey, you feel something.
Right.
At least you're supposed to, right? When you wear whatever, like when you got your Apple earbuds on, why that instead of something else? Like, you're supposed to feel something. You feel cool, great. Like, Apple is cool, great. What's Tony? What's the Tony brand? Well, what would you want your brand to be?
Still trying to figure that out. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the business side of things I need to figure out.
No, it's not the business side of things, it's the heart side of things. So this is the creator side. Did you figure out your one word?
No.
So that's the next step. Like, who was your favorite teacher growing up?
Mrs. B, my acting teacher in Mrs. B or Mrs. Ford in fourth grade. Actually, Mrs. Ford, fourth grade.
Okay, great. Fourth grade, Mrs. Ford. Why?
Miss Ford, yep. Because she was super loving, she was super caring, and she kind of catered to my talents. I remember we were the California Raisins, and she was like, let's dress up like the Raisins. And I don't know if you guys remember California Raisins, but we dressed up in like these big garbage bags, and she got gloves and put newspaper in our garbage bags to make us look like raisins. She basically like really fostered the talent that I had, and it was just dope. It was cool. So she was really just nice and just always let me be creative. And even when I got picked on and stuff like that, she was just like really loving. She was really loving.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Why the shoe?
It's my secret. Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. That and The Wiz. I have a big picture of The Wiz right there in my hallway.
Of the what? The Wiz?
The Wiz. You never saw The Wiz?
No, never heard of The Wiz.
What? It's like the black version of The Wizard of Oz.
Okay, cool, man. So what's I love it, man. Now I got to go see. I feel like we should have a San Francisco sit-in of The Wiz and
Yeah.
late night, right? What's the theme? What's the common thread between the things that you like there?
Belief, following your dreams.
So if I think of a word that keeps coming up, even before we started talking, even before you started, I asked you this question. What were you saying? How much time is spent between business and
Creative.
what was the other word? Creative.
Being creative.
What did you love about Mrs. Ford?
She was creative. She let
What's
me be
Willy
creative.
Wonka all about?
Creativeness and following your dreams.
That's you, man.
Yeah. My thoughts will transform my future. That's why I say it.
You're all about creativity.
That's
So,
right.
so now, what's a symbol that represents creativity? If you're looking now into a brand, what's a symbol that represents creativity?
I don't know.
Okay, that's a starting point.
Yeah.
Like, so
Okay.
here's the thing: if you were ever now knowing that you value creativity so much, if you're ever in a situation where you can't be creative, it's going to suffocate you.
It does. Yeah.
If it's just like, Tony, just say these words and do this over and over and over again, you're gonna hate that life.
Yep.
You have to have creativity built in.
That's
So
right.
knowing that's great, right? And then being around you should help pull out the creativity of other people too. Like the hidden creativity that's been stamped out of people, Tony's gonna rip it out and bring it in your face. Right?
Yep.
You're gonna show people that no, you're a creative genius. You've just been lied to your whole life. Right? That's what you do. That's the Tony brand.
Yeah.
Right? Now, it's you being creative, but you want to help other people be creative and recognize their inner creativity and their talent and their genius, right? So now you think about your workshop that's going to happen on Thursday night, right?
Yep.
How do you make them be creative? How do you pull creativity out of them and show them, not just through you talking, but show them that they are creative themselves? Because if you can make somebody come out of your workshops feeling like, holy cow, I felt like I had zero creativity in me, but I just spent half an hour or an hour with Tony and I realized I have a lot of creative talent, you change their life.
Okay.
So everything funnels through creativity for you. So now you got to think, okay, my logo has to be something that represents creativity. So when I see this, like, you can have your own story behind it, but what represents creativity for you? Is it a paintbrush? Is it a microphone? Is it a movie camera? Is it something abstract?
Right.
Like, you need to look at it and feel that that's creativity. It's a creativity expressed. We just went to the Museum of Modern Art today here in San Fran.
Yeah, beautiful place.
Yeah, like hang out there and just get inspired. Come up with like some things will speak to you more than others. But that you need to look at your logo and feel creativity. You got to think about the color scheme that you're going to use and the fonts. Like if you're using big, bold, heavy fonts, or you want to use more flowy fonts. Like what represents creativity to you? So creativity becomes everything, and then all your decision making flows through that, and then it's just who you are.
Yeah.
So people hanging around you now, they find themselves just being more creative just because they're around you. They don't even know why.
Right.
They just are, right?
Right.
Like if you're hanging around me, you're just gonna believe more. You just
Right.
will. I'm gonna pull you in.
Right.
Right?
You did, and you did.
Right? It's just gonna happen.
Right.
But it's with intent. And so same thing for you. People hanging around you, like you're gonna want to have to make them more creative. You're gonna pull that out of them, right? If I hung around you more, I'd find more creative zones I didn't even know existed because I'm hanging around Tony. He's pulling out of me.
That's right.
Right? It's like if you're with your friends, if you're around people who don't appreciate creativity, they're not going to be your friends anymore.
Right. But see, and that's why people do hang around me, because I appreciate their creativity and I bring it out of them.
Yeah, you're the only one in the world who appreciates their creativity. I'm serious, man. You're going to pull it out of them, and they're going to feel comfortable to express themselves. It would not shock me at all if you were often the first person people shared something creative with. It's like, hey, Tony, I'm thinking about being a rapper, and like I wrote my first rap. Can I share it with you?
Right.
Like, it wouldn't shock me at all. But you're the first guy they go to because you welcome and embrace the creativity.
Right. It's kind of like when Romeo introduced, he mentioned the creative thing about me to you. He's like, oh, he did this, and he been, it's like, you're right. I just need to figure out a way to bottle that up, to to brand it, to make it a logo, to make it everything that represents creativity and belief.
The good news is you're a creative guy, so you can figure that out.
That's right, man. That's right. That's right. I'm taking action.
And listen, it's a constant evolution. It's a constant process. It's never
Yeah.
done.
Right.
So don't stress out about it being perfect the first time. It's a constant just like your speech tomorrow is not going to be the same as it was a year ago, and
Right.
it'll be better in 5 years too. It's fine.
That's right. That's right. And I just want to give it my all and give it my best every time I go. I'm okay with taking risks. I'm okay with failing, but each time I just want to try to be the best I can. And I really wish I could focus on that branding piece at the same time as focusing on the creativity. It's just
But
sometimes
it's the same
jumbles
thing,
me.
dude. It's the same thing. You're still separating them. The creativity is the branding piece.
Is the branding piece. Okay.
That is
Okay.
your
I need
brand.
to, so I need to untrain my mind to stop separating the two,
Yeah,
bring them to one.
we just did. It just happened.
It's happening. It's the best.
That's the best, dude.
It's the best. For
So
sure,
what
man.
comes to mind if you think logo for creativity? What comes to mind?
This might be corny, but a tree.
Tree.
Yep.
So why is a tree? How do you picture the tree? Why is tree creativity for you?
Because when trees are planted, they're just seeds, and then when they grow into saplings, whatever, they look so beautiful when they're grown. Depending on what type of tree it is, the fruit that it bears, the things that trees do. They provide homes for animals. They provide shades. They provide oxygen for people. They take in the bad, like you mentioned, and they release the good. It just exudes creativity. I mean, you can build a house from a tree. You can make paper from a tree. You can create currency from a tree. I mean,
Is it like the entire tree, like an adult tree with tons of leaves on it? Is it a little tiny sapling tree? Like what is it?
probably a medium-sized tree that's still growing.
Okay, cool. I like
because
it.
it represents that it's still growing. Things are going to
It
change.
has fruit or no fruit?
It has a fruit.
Has one fruit?
Yeah.
One fruit. I like it. See?
Yeah.
Here we go. What color is a tree? Is it a normal green tree? Or you're making it like an orange tree? What are you gonna do?
Probably gonna make it like a teal tree. I don't know why I'm in love with teal and burgundy.
Dude, is
I'm in love
that
with teal.
teal? Was that cat thing?
Stop
Was that
it.
teal? Was that teal?
Was that teal? It was. I can't tell from the
It-
glare of the phone. It was like bluish teal.
Oh, it looked teal, dude. It looked teal. There you go. You say teal pops up on a thing right next to you.
Divine intervention is happening. There
So
you
you
go.
got a teal tree. How about the fruit? Is the fruit a certain color?
With maybe a white fruit.
Teal tree with a white fruit.
And here's why. It's blank.
Okay.
It's whatever the viewer wants it to be.
Oh, snap, dude.
Yep.
There you go. So there you
I
go.
like this. I like where
You
this
just
is
got your-
going.
You
Bingo.
just got your logo, man. You just got your logo.
Oh, but then I won't be able to make it like as cool as yours, How do I make a tree?
That's great. Yeah, great. The tree is growing or whatever. Pick the fruit. I don't know. You come up with, but like all of that stuff. I didn't have the believed gesture from the beginning.
Right.
It grows, right? There you go. I'm already channeling the tree.
Yeah, tree grows.
It grows. But that's a good starting point. You got a teal tree, which is already weird and creative, right? Like who has a
Yep.
teal tree? That's wild. And then you got a one fruit that's white sitting on the tree.
Right.
That's Tony. Welcome to my brand,
I love it. I love it.
right? And then you have your name, and then you have what's your slogan?
My thoughts will transform my future.
Great.
MTWTF. I took that from the days of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. MTWTF. My thoughts will transform my future.
There you go. I like it. So now think about your font. What's a font? You think about like I have mine are all bold uppercase letters. It's
Yep.
like Starbucks has a similar font, but Disney has a different kind of font.
Right.
What's your font? What do you want to see? What do you
Something simple, nothing too fancy. I want it to be legible so everybody can read, so nothing cursive or too fancy, but not too
Okay.
bold and impactful, but just
Okay.
something nice and simple.
Is it all uppercase, all lowercase, a mix?
It's all uppercase.
All uppercase. Great.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're already doing it, man. This is it. You're building
Yeah.
your brand.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
In like 8.5 minutes, we built your whole brand.
Damn, thank you. Thank
Just
you.
saved $20,000. right?
Well, I'll make sure to pay it forward when I see you again, because I'm definitely gonna see you again, man.
Man, pay it forward tomorrow night at your speech. That's it, man.
Mm.
So that's it. And then and you could draft something super quick. Even now, I'd like draw
Yeah.
a simple little tree. Draw
Trust
a
me,
tree.
I am.
Yeah, draw it. Well, let's do it. Draw a tree. Go draw the tree and write your name. Let's see it. Here it comes.
Here it comes. Hold on.
This is it. This is it, ladies and
It won't
gentlemen.
be till. It won't be till right now, and I'm not a great
That's
artist.
okay.
but Here we go.
That's great, man. This is the process, guys. This is
the
what it looks
process.
like. You just take action. It's easy to say, well, I'm not an artist, right? I suck at this. Great. Nice, dude. Wait, what does it say on the side?
Oh,
it's
that just
backwards.
says. Oh yeah, it just says Tony Vic. But here's
Tony
the slogan.
Vic. There you go.
Here's the slogan.
Oh, and the trees. See, dude,
There's
and
the
you
slogan.
can give
There's
this.
the fruit.
Yeah, I like it, man. And then
Yeah.
and then where's the? I like how you show the roots too. You're showing
you like
underneath
that.
too,
Yeah.
right?
Oh.
And then where's the slogan going to be? Underneath or on top?
The slogan will be. You know what? I'll probably put. The slogan's here. I'll take the name off and just put the slogan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where's your name going to be?
I don't think I'll put the name on the image. I'll just have the
Oh,
slogan.
okay.
Yeah.
And the whole thing, or just MT? What is it?
Just MTWTF.
Got it.
Yep.
Nice, man. There you
My
go.
thoughts will transform my future.
Now, if you take that to a designer, they could really bang that out and wow you, and
Yeah.
especially if they understand the message behind it.
Yeah.
They understand it's about creativity, it's about giving life, it's about belief, like you explain. Then it's co-create. Like we're co-creating, right? We're
Yep.
co-creating. I'm trying to pull from you to then give you some direction because I've done this a million times, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so the same thing now. You want to co-create with a designer
Yep.
to say here's the feeling that I want to get out of this tree. Like it's a teal tree because I want it to be a weird tree, and it's a white fruit because it's supposed to be something that you get to pick your own color on,
Yeah.
right? So now you co-create, but you've already done most of the work, and now you can let them do their thing.
Right. Hey, and if
And
there's
then
any designers on this call because they understand what you just said, DM me and let's work. Because they already know the feeling.
That's too bad we lost him on the way. Tony, man, I love you. Anyway, or just save this chat, or just make a new video and post it to your IG. Say what you're looking for, right? Or just at your event tomorrow, say, here's what I'm looking for. Like you tell enough people, you're going to find somebody who will help you. Anyway, that's the process, right? Like he started off saying, I don't know what my brand is about, and quickly found that he's all about creativity. Great. And then we designed his logo, and then we came up with, he has his tagline and how he's going to display it. That's how fast it can move. But the great thing about Tony is he's willing to take action, right? The 2% difference is immediate action. Anyway, I love him. If you want to spend some one-on-one time with me, I have a special offer happening right now. Go check out the website right next to me. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.